All righty. We are live. How y'all are today? This morning, I should say. That's my time. Cajun Coin Hunter here, aka Boudreaux in Eunice. What's going on, everybody? Let me see here. What else I gotta do? I got a couple of invites already sent out. Mike Badger, check your email if you're listening. History Man, you here? Send me an email, History Man, if you don't mind. Let me put my email in here. Well, actually, let me just throw this in. You want to come up, History Man? All right, here you go. Grab this link real quick because I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to click on it. Okay? Because I'm gonna delete it after that. All right. You should have then got it clicked by now. I'll give you a few more seconds. There you are. All right. Well, all right.
Yeah,
How you doing, little buddy?
doing good, and you?
All right. Okay. Let me do my settings here. All right. There we go.
You know,
I don't
I
like
got
late.
some more family stuff I can still show you, Kajin.
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, I don't mind.
You know, um, just I gotta use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah.
Sorry
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
I understand.
I gotta use the bathroom when I once I come back, I'll get the stuff.
All right.
I just don't want you to be bored, and I
Oh
guess
no, no, no,
I
no
think
problem.
people is gonna come. Just
Yeah, I'm waiting on Mike, and I think Cherie Ward's gonna pop in for a little bit and all that. Well, I'm talking to myself right now.
okay. I'll be right back, man. I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, go hang off the dock like I do. All right, I got a couple of invites sent out. Let me see if my buddy's up here. See if I can get a hold of him. In fact, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to call him too. Speaking of him, talking about him earlier. Okay, get back to StreamYard. All right, let me on my telephone. Scroll down here. Here we go. All right, y'all give me 1 sec. Mute myself. All right, I'm gonna have a special guest on here. Hadn't seen him in a little while. Wow, this is gonna be awesome. And everybody loves this man too. Everybody loves him. He's gonna eat a quick bite. He's over in well, anyhow, uh, and it does have something to do with what I was talking about earlier on T. George's live stream. I was in Founded Barry's channel earlier. That's what, hence the title. And I was over there, and we got to chitty chatting and all that and everything. And then he ended his live stream. I don't know how long he was live for, 3 hours or something like that. I think I'm gonna keep mine about down to an hour or so tonight, something like that. I usually used to do long streams, 6, 7, 8 hours, but I think we're just gonna cut that short tonight, about an hour or two. And when I say that, when I say I got 15 minutes and I'm gonna kill it, guess what? It goes for another hour or so. So y'all know me by now in my live streams. Let me see if I can get a hold of one more person. I'll make another phone call, or I'm gonna send him a text message when Mr. History Man comes back from the bayou, hangs off the dock there, and I'm gonna send my buddy a text, invite him up here, and then I got like Michael Kittle. That'll be a little treat right there. Michael Kittle to come up in. And there's one I can't send. That's a very long distance. Heaven don't get emails. They get an email. They don't get an email. They get an email. And I wish I could send a email to my buddy Ken Peavy. I gotta pay tribute to him. I got to. Yeah. Uh, man, that's a blow to the community right there, to the corn community and other communities that people knew him. Rest in peace, Ken Peavy. Rest in peace. So I was just hoping it was all a big whatever, but nope, it's not. So I know you're looking down at us, Ken. Nope, that's hub doubling. That's hub doubling. Yeah, that's not a true double die. That's hub doubling. Yeah, you done put that in our brains already. So I'll always still hear your voice. Yes, sir. So alrighty, we're gonna have a special guest up in about 10 minutes. Mike Badger, where you at? I said we got 6 people in here. Mike Badger, where you at? You hiding in the background over there somewhere, Mr. Reward? Unless my YouTube chat is out of whack, but nope, StreamYard chat's not showing anything. We got some lurkers out there, which that's a good thing. Oh, I want to announce something. Redneck Metals. He has uh, an auction coming up on the 31st. I want to say that. He has an auction coming up on the 31st. Let me see if I can get that link up here.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get some stuff.
Okay. Let's see if I can get this link right here. Boom. Copy. Okay, I got that. Let me put this link in chat right here. All right. let me do this. Boom. Okay.
Sorry, I'm texting somebody.
Oh, no problem. Red's auction, May 31st.
Here's some photographs too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Paste. There we go.
This is
Okay. There's a link right there, y'all, for Red's auction. It's going to be on the 31st. Hey, Shane, how you doing, mon ami?
all right. Here's a picture of my great grandmother and Toby, the woman that you saw in the middle of the picture when I was at Georgia's stream.
Right.
I have her when
Pennies
she was a baby in 1923, I believe. That's what this
right.
picture was taken.
Give me a second here. History man, if you don't mind. Finish
Sure.
the binges. How you doing? We're doing good, Pennies. Let me see. Shane, Uncle and the nieces. Who else I saw? Oh, Hidden Numismatist. How you doing, man? What's going on, my brother from another mother? Let me see here. Where's let me get in my email. Okay, go ahead, History Man. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Let me send a buddy of mine a link.
Oh, it's a fine. Y'all take your time.
Oh, go ahead.
Really old case.
No, well, I can't find Shane. Shane, I can't find you right here. Shane, give me the first three characters of your. Oh man, I froze up. My email's froze up. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just showing you something. Let me see if this is a better one. There we go. This is a picture of my great grandmother, and then, you know the woman in the middle? That's my grandfather's second wife. On when I showed you on George's picture, you remember, right, Kajan?
Okay, now, yeah, I saw it now. Yeah.
The woman in the middle of this one. That's her when she was a baby, when she was a child, in
Okay. Gotta
1923, I believe.
lower it a little bit. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wasn't in your camera frame.
Hey, you 1923, I believe. So.
1923. Yeah. My dad was born in 1918.
1918.
My dad was, yeah.
My what's her name? What's her name? No, Sydney was born in 1918. My grandfather's brother. Uh, she recently passed away. Shirley. She was born in 1919. She passed away last year. She was 100.
Let me unplug that phone.
You know.
All right. Shane, send me the first three letters of your email. What? Yeah. That way I can send you a link, Shane. Love to have you up here. And
Like I
seen
said,
you
I
in a while.
apologize, Kajin, if I'm texting or whatever. He
Oh
just texted
no.
me.
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
No, do what you gotta do. That's what I'm doing myself here. It takes a while to set up a stream, even after you set up.
Yeah,
Wait,
it does.
wait. I gotta mute myself for a sec. Hold on, my wife's calling me.
Okay.
Okay. I'm back.
All right.
Yeah, Shane, I can't find your email in my address book. And I know we emailed each other quite a few times. I looked under SH and Uncle, and man, it's been so long since we emailed each other.
Yeah, but
Oh, yeah, I did, Pennies. I sure did get your email. Uh, yeah, sent me some pictures. Uh, and I couldn't see anything
there
with that. I'll have to check it here in a minute while I'm live.
you
I
go.
couldn't see anything on that. Oh, yeah, now that's an old picture.
Well, it's actually looks like well, it actually looks like an old picture, but it was taken in the '70s when my grandfather dressed up as people from the 1870s, and
Oh, okay,
Toby was with him. I actually have footage of where they went.
right. Yeah,
You know,
uh, what is that style of picture called? A serif or something?
stereotypes.
A what?
A stereotype.
Serif. S E
Yeah,
R I
I
F.
think I know what you mean. Yep.
Yeah,
Um, it's not that old. It's only made from the '70s, um, but they were dressed like it.
I did notice something about the lips on that, Pennies. I sure did know. I sure did notice that. I didn't notice nothing about the eyebrows though.
Kajin, may I share screen the some photos? I want to show you where he made in the house. I can't bring my computer and show it.
Yeah, you sure can.
Okay.
No, Bradley. No, Bradley. Man, we were talking about you earlier in
Um,
uh Found It Buried and Stream. Red was there. And he says you got something going on pretty soon here. I think tomorrow or something you got a live stream going on some pores. Go ahead, or ahead. If I'm able to make it, I'll be there. Thank you for the super chat there, Bradley. You might start a train. Never know. Might start a train going on that. Thank you for that $2 super chat. Appreciate it. Hey, there's my mon ami, Rich Cali 21.
Cajun, nice to see you.
Good to see you again, man. I hadn't seen you live in a while.
Yeah, that last stream, I missed you by a couple minutes.
Oh, okay. Fox Run Forest. Hello, hello. Uh, okay, Rich, I got a question for you.
Alrighty.
I know you one of the best woodworkers out in the West over there in your area. Uh, and oh, okay. I see what's going on here. All right, there we go. History man, is that something your grandfather made? He's muted. Okay. I don't know why he's muted, but
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a console stereo. He made it.
Okay. Yeah. Rich County, the the little guy that's in here, his grandfather was one of the top three woodworkers in the United States.
Yeah, yeah. Ranked best top three
Yeah. And
after Eisenhower.
yeah, it was Roosevelt, Eisenhower, and then your grandpa.
Yep.
Okay. Are you familiar with the name? Oh, okay. Well, hey, can you show that article again? That newspaper article clipping?
Sure.
Okay. So I wanted to see if you ever heard of this guy, Rich. Uh, wait, let me see. Fred Temperman.
Fred Tepperman. Yep.
Yeah, that was his grandfather's name.
Huh, I'm not sure. It doesn't sound familiar, but a lot of those older woodworkers,
East
you know,
Coast.
they didn't get in the books very often. So unless you were looking specifically at their work,
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
when was he building?
He started ever since he was a kid. Um,
Well,
nine.
what years was he famous?
What did he did famous? He had a lot of famous customers he worked for. He worked for
No,
Nelson Rockefeller. Nelson Rockefeller was one of his customers. Um,
what years was he building when he
what
was?
years he was building? He
Yeah.
started when he was 10 in 1934, and he closed his shop in 2001.
Hmm.
Oh wow, that's a good life. Good
Yeah,
long life.
you know, and that's when he decided he wanted to retire. So
70 plus years.
yeah. Matter of fact, hold on. He made an invitation out of scratch too. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. He made an invitation out of scratch. He made this too, and he carved it out. And when he opened his second shop in '71, because when he opened his first shop, it was in 1964. Then he closed down in '71. He moved down to a street in Broadway between 16th Street and Bayonne. And he made the shop to if anybody could come to his party, literally anybody, he would give it to everybody around town. So,
Yeah, like a grand opening party.
yep,
Yeah. You got that newspaper clipping?
yeah, I got. Here's the original one. I got both copies because I printed out. No, that's Toby's birth certificate. I need an advertisement. There it is.
Some all time
All
great
time.
cabinet makers Roosevelt, Eisenhower, and Tepperman. Custom woodworking.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Uh, I didn't know if you were familiar with him, Rich, or not, or, ever heard of him, throughout your ventures and your woodworking endeavors.
Yeah, I don't remember the name. So I was in like Architectural Digest a bunch of times and some of those ones.
If he was alive, I could bring him over here, but he passed away last year, so you know. Um, because I think you and Rich, I think him, I think him and Rich, I think they both would get along. Trust me. Because if you like woodworking, he would definitely would talk about it because he loves talking about that, you know.
Yeah.
But it's interesting stuff. I also got a copy I printed out at the library just in case if I lose the originals. Uh, So, uh, so yeah, it's good stuff. He made a lot of he worked for a lot of famous people. Like he worked for well, as customers. Um, what's his name? Nelson Rockefeller. A lot of rich people he worked for. He probably didn't tell me all, but some of them had crazy things. He told me. He told me that this one rich guy, he had a 2-floor garage, and I kid you not, that this guy, he made a car from scratch, and says you could drive it on the back seat. That's what he told me too. Uh,
Bradley Hyde, super chat,
uh,
$10. Appreciate it, bud. Good night,
and,
Cajun brother. Everyone in chat. See y'all later. Have a safe night. Redneck Metals auction, May 31st. Yep. I just put a link up to that earlier. And you going live tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, Bradley, with some pours. So y'all go check out Bradley Height. If y'all don't have Bradley Height yet, y'all check him out. Join his team. Subscribe to him. He has awesome pour videos. He hand makes molds by hand, not a
that's
CNC
awesome.
machine. He does that by hand. And graphite molds. He's a graphite king. So y'all go check out my Note Bradley Height over there. I was gonna get you up here, Bradley, and have you talk about your live stream and stuff and this little auction that y'all gonna have going on. But all right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, that's that console
Yeah,
again.
leave it there for a sec. I want to look at it for a minute.
Yeah, I
The
want
console.
So
Weapon?
that's definitely a more modern piece. It's got European hinges, so it's like late 80s and up.
Yeah,
yeah,
the hinge broke. I gotta fix that, but my
yeah.
aunt recently broke it.
Did it break or did it just come loose? Because those European hinges just detach themselves.
I don't know. She just, I don't know what happened. She just opened it and break it. So I have to.
Those do detach. Okay, they might
Okay.
look broke, but all you got to do is just reattach it. That's all.
Okay, I'll try and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, if you see the metal broken on them,
Hmm.
well, then it's broken. But those 35 millimeter European hinges
Hmm.
will detach. All you do is just pop them out and you just pop them right back in.
I'm at, I don't know when he built this. He had this for the house for a long time. You know, I would say. I mean, he brought the stereo in '76. I still have the warranty and everything for it.
Yeah, I actually owned one of those. That's a Marantz.
That is a Marantz. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Marantz. Oh, Marantz stereos. Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I
Awesome.
actually used to build my own stereos, and I built speakers for a living for a while.
Yeah, I think he built the speakers too. It's back here. I think so. Yeah.
Hey,
And I
DeCombe.
think later on he added a Kenwood, two Kenwood in the '90s, I would say, two Kenwood um
CD changer.
CD changers and cassette players. He added that later on, but before that, it was just a record player and the stereo itself. Um, he made this. He made that.
Check your
Everything
email.
from here.
Check your email, Note Bradley.
He made that.
Oh, that
He
was
made
nice. Go back to that other one.
which
That
one?
the full wall one.
This?
That one. Yeah. Oh
Yep.
yeah. That's nice. That's
Yeah, he
nice.
made that.
Yeah. That's a full wall unit right there.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
So funny because the East Coast styles are quite a bit different West Coast likes a lot fancier crown moldings and
Right.
Right.
hand
Yeah.
carved style moldings and that kind of bit. California really got carried away with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially the West Coast and especially like down here, uh, that full wall unit wouldn't go all the way to the ceiling. It would drop down about a foot or so, and then they'd have crown molding on top or dental molding, as they call it, and then you can put stuff on top of it to show off, or lights, or whatever. You can install backlights that shine upwards and stuff. Yeah, but hey, that's awesome right there.
Yeah.
And I see all the raised panel work in that middle part behind the monitor also.
Yeah. The monitor came in recently because my grandma needed a computer, um so I helped her hook that up for her. But and my grandfather had to drill a hole under it so we can have the wires pass through under it.
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
nope, that's he made that the dining room set and the chairs.
Oh wow. Yeah. I'll tell you what, chair work is intricate. Big time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Alex Conway, what's going on? That's my neighbor down the road, down the highway. What's going on, Alex?
He made that thing. Like I said, he made like 70% of the house of the interior. I can't really show everything because he made a lot of stuff. He made that too. He made the kitchen cabinets here.
Yeah, when I make my kitchen cabinets in my house, like I was saying earlier,
Hmm.
I never did finish it in T George's stream
Hmm.
live earlier. When I make my cabinets, I'm not gonna do the conventional cabinets, 24 inches
Right.
from the wall, to the front. I'm doing 30-inch cabinets. 30 inch. I'm
Okay.
gaining 6 inches.
Sure
That
make
way,
those
that
upper
way,
cabinets. Those
what's
upper
that?
cabinets are hard to reach though.
What, a 30-inch?
Yeah.
No,
It
I'm
doesn't sound
tall.
like much, but that's half a foot to reduce your reach on those uppers. Most
No, no, my uppers are gonna be instead of 12 inches, they're gonna be the drop offs, they're gonna be 16 inches. The top cabinets.
Yeah, he
I
made
did
that.
a lot of extra tall for we had some famous basketball players in the area and I did some really huge counters. I forget how tall they were, but
You made stuff for them, Rich?
for me, yeah, they were up to my chest. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, but he made some for some basketball players too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
man.
I did a lot of custom work. I did more than half the wineries that were in Napa Valley, their private tasting rooms that nobody else gets to see. I did kitchens that were $100,000 without finish or being delivered or installed. Um,
Man.
yeah, I did some
Man.
really nice stuff. I was in a bunch of books. It was a lot of fun. It was some good times for me.
It's sad that he passed away because you and my grandfather will get along. Definitely.
Oh, I would too.
You know?
I'm well versed in cabinetry.
Yeah. You know. I totally wish I want to bring him here. You know. Uh,
Well, you are actually. You are by showing his bills.
yeah, I'm showing you his bills.
Oh, wow, look at that book match top. Look, I
See
see
that?
book match. I see book match on that. You see it,
Yeah,
Rich?
Where?
Did you
yeah, I
see the
laid up a
book
lot of
match
my
breakdown?
engineers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I actually, instead of like most people buying the blades to make their doors and stuff, I custom made all the blades so nobody had the same doors as I did. I did a really neat raised panel that had a triple bead molding that made it really cool. Lots of Lots of details,
Actually,
lots of shadow lines.
and actually, the table folds down.
Bradley, check your email, dude.
You know,
Yeah.
it folds down as well.
Yeah, the table that I show a lot of my videos on is it starts at 6 feet and goes to almost 13 feet.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, and I've filled it a few times with my coin collection and never put the same thing up twice.
Oh, wow. Oh,
My,
okay.
yeah, my grandfather made this desk as well. I think the chair as well. I think the chair,
Well,
yeah.
hold on, Bradley. Let me, man, I don't want to throw a link up in here. Yeah, I guess I can. Hurry up and catch it, Bradley. Hurry up and catch that link, Bradley. Because I'm going to remove it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. I duplicated a lot of antiques that special customers would bring in.
He would do the same thing too.
Yeah, it was a
He
lot of fun.
duplicate antiques, and that's and that he made those cabinets there, and that's about it.
Yeah, when paid extra, I would use no power tools, no nails, no screws. But that
What's
was
up,
nothing
Cajun, my
extra.
brother?
What's up, Uncle Bradley? Nonk Bradley.
I think I got
How
some
you
other
guys
stuff.
doing, everybody?
What's up, man?
Living the
Yeah.
dream here in the beautiful Las Vegas desert.
Las Vegas.
And Mike Badger's in the house too on the panel.
Mike B, what's up, brother?
Same old stuff, Bradley. How about you been, man?
Living the dream, man. Just living the dream, doing a lot of pouring.
Yeah, I
lot of
watched
pouring.
you pour that golf club the other day. That was funny to tell, man. I can't help it.
You got to see what it looks like now. I toned it. I have a special
Yeah.
way to tone the golf clubs and all my silver pieces.
That's a nice history, man.
My grandfather made this too at a Jewish synagogue.
Holy crap, that's scary.
You know,
Yeah, I did some pretty neat pieces for a couple synagogues. That was a lot of fun.
Hi, Rose.
And crazy how much money they'll spend on their stuff.
oh yeah, definitely.
That's some cool woodwork.
Going just
So one of the funniest ones I did was for a Seventh-day Adventist. In his church, his private office had a big, huge desk, and I built a wet bar into the bottom drawer.
Awesome.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
You built a what?
a wet bar, a running sink
Oh, okay.
in the bottom drawer.
In the bottom drawer.
Yeah,
Oh,
he wasn't supposed to be drinking.
okay.
Mr. Cajun, my brother. You guys want to hear something sexy?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Just
There
hear
we
it.
go.
Sexy. Everybody just real quick. Here it comes. You hear that?
Yeah,
Sounds like a heavy mold hit the table.
That's 3.5 pounds of silver right there, baby.
Oh, I was wrong. It wasn't a mold. It was something that came out of a mold.
take it out of the box.
How
That's
much
another-
it weighs?
That's
Thank you, Rose. You did.
52.5 ounces, over 3.5 pounds.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay,
much
is that
silver in
is that your record now?
No, my biggest record is 110 ounces, and I cooked a hot dog on it.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. Okay, I remember that one.
Yeah, I just poured this the other night on our channel, Redneck Metals, or my conversion channel. 110 I did that live on our pour for an epic board. Yeah, that's 52 ounces right there. 52.5 ounces.
Uh-oh. Train.
That's
I'd rather have it in coins,
Holy crap.
but that's
Yeah,
cool.
that's my smallest bar I've made out of my big bars. I got
Wow.
a 52. This is 52 and a half. I got a 55 and a half, a 67.8, and a 110 ounce bar.
Wow. That's interesting.
And I am the Graphite King. Let me show you guys a couple of other pieces real quick.
Yes, he is the Graphite King.
Let me put my phone just down on my knee real fast so I can show you guys this. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys anyway. Here's some acorns I've made.
Oh, I like those.
Oh, that's cool. I hadn't seen that one.
Acorns. Here's another. Here's my first 3/9 fine golf tee. I haven't filed it down yet, but golf tee.
Nice.
Here's
Nice.
almost 9.5 ounces for Mr. Todd Miller.
Oh, nice belt buckle.
Belt buckle on the half his logo.
Nice belt buckle.
I still gotta tumble it still. Let me
Does
pull.
does it swivel out? Can he use it?
No,
Oh,
not at all.
okay.
Let me
Okay.
just put this down real quick, you guys. Let me show you my most epic piece I've ever made in my life. In my life, as far as I'm concerned, it's in the tumbler, still rotating. Right now, my homemade tumbler I made out of a computer printer. It's not a computer printer. That's a 9S piece of ABS pipe. I made out of for my rock tumbler.
That's
Right.
a good tumbler.
Let me just pause this real quick. Well, not pause. Let me just turn this thing off. Let me show you my most epic piece I've ever poured in my life, which will be part of the Redneck Metals auction on May 31st at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. This is my most favorite piece I've ever made in my life, you guys. And I've made a lot of really cool pieces. And this right here is 5.150 ounces, troy ounces of silver. And it's my sexiest piece I've ever made in my life as far as I'm concerned.
Troy ounces, that's my name.
Here it comes, you guys. Are you guys ready with it? I'm
Better
taking
have
out the
a
tumbler.
picture.
Let me rinse it off in the water real quick so you guys get a whole shenanigans of it. Here it comes.
In the after four. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little wet, but this is my favorite piece I've ever made in my life.
All right.
3/9 fine. 3/9 fine. Pure.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
Knuckles, baby.
Yeah, yeah, we were talking about that on T. George's channel earlier.
And you
Finally
made
heard
that?
Yeah.
You're damn right I did.
That's crazy.
I've had a few of those.
And
Not
that was
silver though.
yeah, silver, 3/9's fine.
That's
Nice.
3/9 fine. Pure silver right there. Knuckles. Instead of brass knuckles, you got silver knuckles, baby.
Silver knuckles.
Yeah, you can hold on to your money like that easy.
Yeah, that helps a little bit more to defend it.
Yeah,
Look,
that's right. Yeah, you can hold it and defend it.
no, you wouldn't. This is, you know how soft silver is, you guys? If I punch somebody with those, it'd collapse around my fingers and break every one of my knuckles. Maybe the dude's face too. The dude's face too, but every one of my knuckles are gonna get shattered.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's-
you hit too hard though.
Well,
Yeah, you
of
don't
course.
need to hit hard with that.
Yeah, you wouldn't have
Well-
to hit hard with that.
Well, 6'1", 225 pounds. Guess what? There's a lot of weight behind that hit.
Yeah, you wouldn't have
And
to
look-
hit hard though to get somebody's attention.
And look, you guys see my silver ones? I'm gonna set these down somewhere sexy where it's not gonna get hurt. Right there on that piece of wood.
Yeah, we
Here's
were
my
talking about that earlier. Those silver knucks.
Those brass nuts, huh?
Here's my first brass pair of knuckles. I've never cleaned them up yet. It's still got the spruce, still the pour on them, and everything else.
Right.
And it comes from a belt buckle. This is the belt buckle right here. This is actually the belt buckle right here.
Oh, okay.
Now, was
Made
it
in-
a
Made
removable
in China.
quick release style, or was it a solid belt buckle?
Solid. Well, it was just a quick release. Yeah, a quick release. You actually see the button right there where my
Yeah.
thumb is.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see that screw right there? That's why I poured this tonight.
Oh,
And
so
another
those,
one of these bad boys.
so those silver knucks, that was a sand cast. It wasn't a graphite.
No, that's all sand castings. Right here,
Yeah.
this is a 416 Rigsby elephant gun round.
Nice.
Wow. You're amazing.
416 Rigsby
You're
round.
amazing, Graphic King. You're amazing, man.
Here's another spark plug I poured.
Yep. That's going up on the auction block.
That's
That's
crazy.
on the auction
I
block.
like the spark plug, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
You're amazing,
I'm
man.
gonna send Rose the link, okay?
You
Yeah,
made
350
that?
There's
Here's a
that pistol.
357 I poured.
That's crazy, man.
Now there is
Here's a-
actually a gun that size that fires a shell. You know that?
Here's a Glock 17 I poured.
Yeah, like what gun was that? Like that small gun.
I
This
wouldn't
is a
even
Glock.
know. Such an odd caliber, custom made ammo.
Oh, the Calibri gun.
I'm not sure.
It's so small. Yeah, that is. He's also nicknamed the Butterfly. Actually, I might have to do a video about it. I like the Glock. The Glock 17 that he had.
Oh, I love my Glock. That Glock was a. This piece right here is one of my favorites because it even shows the chainmail in the dress right here.
Yeah,
My
we
phone's
were. That's right, Rose. We were. Red was bragging on that spark plug and the pistol.
Do you guys want to see the golf club?
Sure.
All right, let me grab this real fast. Oh yeah.
Also, Kajin, I forgot. Have you seen my grandfather's photos as well?
Yeah, you showed them to us on George's live stream.
Because I have them up and from the 60s and 70s on my channel. If you haven't seen the videos.
This golf club is 2.9 ounces and some change, and it's been toned. I'm not going to tell you guys how I did it, but I left the shaft pure silver. Toned
You're
the
amazing,
handle.
man. That's talent, man. That's talent. Right
I know
there.
how you done it.
Pretty cool.
You're amazing, dude.
Hey, don't
that way.
say they can give me a complex or something. But yeah, this is all toned. Yeah, I wish you guys because my phone could show you guys the blues and the purples and all this. Pure shaft. I only toned the handle and the head itself of the golf club, and I can't tell you guys how I do that because that's my secret.
Yeah, it shows a good contrast, but we don't see those colors.
I know it sucks because it's all blues and purples and.
It's hard to catch those colors on camera.
Yeah, it
Well,
has
especially
to do with your lighting. Certain
It also
lights
has to do with
show it better.
It also has to do with we have a $19 phone from Cricket too.
That could help.
Yeah, right. And my
Yeah.
computer in my house is the first computer, for the first Dell computer with Windows 95 on it. That's that. Yeah. Hello, guys. I'm a dinosaur.
No, I've got older.
That's the house. That's my house computer, though. If you got an older computer with Windows 95 on it, bro, God bless you. And good Lord, have mercy on me.
Yeah, my grandkids use it because they're playing the same games that their parents used to play.
Yeah, brother. I'm 43 years old. I am a grandpa. You know what I'm saying? My son comes over and goes, I ain't touching that computer unless you want me to rebuild it for you. I'm like, no, I don't do nothing
Windows
with it.
98?
Windows 95.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, 98 stunk. Windows 95 was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I loved XP.
Oh, XP Pro. Yeah, XP Pro.
Memories.
what none of that
I remember those computers. Yeah.
He was too. They had to take it away.
You know, a lot of people have this misconception that older stuff is junk, and even though when it breaks down, you can fix them. So.
Well, the big thing to prove that wrong is older cars. You look at older cars and you can tell in a heartbeat they're 10 times better. Probably more than that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I agree.
Vista sucked to me.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Rose. Welcome.
Thank
Hello,
you for
hello.
having me.
Did you get your candy, Rose?
No, forgot the damn candy.
Oh, man.
I thought that's what you was going to the store for.
No.
You never went to the store?
No, I did
You're
go to
gonna
the
go to
store.
the store.
I just, forgot candy. I have ice cream. I have chocolate
That'll
stuff.
work.
Oh, I made chocolate sauce today. It was good. I didn't have any, like, Hershey syrup or anything, so I made chocolate sauce.
Hey, Rich.
Hey, Cajun. Cajun, I
Oh,
want to show
go
you
ahead.
guys one more piece that's going to be in the auction. Okay.
Yeah,
It's
go
it's
ahead.
almost 20 ounces of copper. This is a prototype. My first time I ever done it in copper. It's a giant Chevy bow tie.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
cool.
That's awesome.
Oh, there it is.
Now, if you guys can
It's a
see
big
the
bow tie.
back of this, what it looks like, it almost
Oh
looks
man,
like Mars and everything else.
I like the back of it.
That's cool.
Hey, T. George. What's going on, Founded Barry?
Hi, George.
Michael Kiddo, George.
Hey,
Good.
George. Yeah, I want to stick this in some Sparax #2 dry acid, but you have to add hot water to it. This thing will turn out to be so sexy, but it'll leave every one of the ripples in the back of it. They'll make it almost look like a mirror when I'm done with it, though.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
And
Love it.
this will be a part of the Redneck Metals auction too. This is 19, almost 20 ounces of copper right here. So almost what 1.4 pounds.
That's cool.
So just trying to show that a couple things out there for us. Thanks, Cajun. I appreciate it, brother.
Oh, not a problem, man.
Rich,
Hey,
George says he's going to bed. He needs his beauty sleep. Good night, George.
Founded Barrett. Hey,
Good night,
man.
George.
Thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, buddy. Much appreciated.
hey, Michael
Rich.
Kittle.
Michael Kills in the house. In the
I
house.
have to remember that tomorrow. He's gonna run
Hey,
me
Rich.
Sweet, coin
tomorrow.
hunting couple. Hi.
Coin hunting couples in the house. Hey, how y'all are? Good to see y'all again.
Move. Hey, Michael Kittle. ACCH.
Rich.
Hey, Cajun, can you show my screen for a sec?
Yeah, let me,
If the Graphite King is done.
I'm calling Rich like 10 times already.
there we go.
Hey,
There
Rich
we
Kelly.
go.
Windows 3.1. Wow.
Completely
Oh, my.
sealed. I've actually got a few of them. I couldn't find the older one, and I
And
do
hey,
have
show the
very
bottom
first
again. Show the bottom of it again for, what did it say? For, work groups. Okay, add on. I got you.
Yeah, this is the
Wow.
beginning of Office, and their stuff started up.
God, I remember all that stuff. Wow.
It's when technology moved so fast. Although we're still moving pretty fast, but it was such a big jump back then from nothing to what they had.
hmm
Right.
Yeah, it moved faster than we could keep up. As soon as we caught up, it was outdated, obsolete.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that still.
Yeah, Coin Captain. That auction is going to be May
I
31st
know all
on
about
Redneck Metals channel.
Yeah,
Rich.
it is on floppy disk, 3 of them.
Floppy disk, oh my lord.
Rich.
Yes, I hear you. I hear you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I just have a question.
Sure.
Sorry if I yelled you. I just want to make sure that you heard me.
We heard you.
Okay. You know about cars?
Nope, I don't hear you now.
What?
I didn't hear your question.
You know about cars? Just have a question.
I've had some pretty neat cars. They've even got a Hemi in the garage. I had a 10 and a half second car for the quarter mile with a big old giant heavy Dodge, but I'm not a mechanic. I work with
Okay.
them a lot, but I couldn't do nothing to the new ones or the last 20 years for that matter.
Because all right. Sorry if I asked. I was just asking because I'm getting a 1970 Rolls Royce Silver Shadow.
Oh, nice.
You
Actually,
know.
I could help you with that one. That's some of my era. So I was working on some of them, not a roll, but
Yeah. Because
Oh.
you know There, I saw some for sale for all over New Jersey, so I was thinking they're a really good price too.
Yeah, the problem is because their motors are one of a kind, and you have to get the right parts to rebuild it, or you have to replace the motor completely.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful what you get yourself into. Make sure parts are available for the motor.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I'm researching and I was thinking about you know Packards
Yep, I know of Packard.
because I was thinking about get it because my grandfather had one as well, and but I was thinking about not to get that because the parts for the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I used
And
to.
it's a defunct car, so I think it's the parts is hard. It's hard for it to get.
Occasion, everybody. I'll see you guys later. It's 12:30 here at night. I have to wake up in the morning. You guys have a safe, great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay.
Have a
Okay.
good
Good
one, brother.
night.
All right,
Good night,
no, Bradley. Take it easy,
good night,
bud.
everybody.
Thanks for showing your stuff. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
thanks for
that
having
stuff was
me.
amazing, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun. A lot of fun.
Thanks,
All right,
thanks for having me up here, Occasion. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me show that stuff off.
not a problem, no, Bradley. Not a problem, bud.
Good night, everybody. You guys be safe.
All right, brother.
Good night.
All right, hidden numismatist. See you later, bud. Appreciate you coming in.
Getting
I'm
here.
sorry I yelled. I just want to make sure.
Here.
I do apologize if I yelled.
Later, here.
I just want to make sure that you heard me, okay?
Oh yeah.
No problem.
Because I called Rich's name like 10 times.
Oh well. Oh, didn't hear you on those. The first nine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me neither.
it's all right. I just want to make sure. You know what I'm saying?
You
Hey,
know,
Rich.
yeah,
Rich, I got a question for you. Doesn't History Man sound a lot like Mr. Monkey Swag?
yeah, I heard a little bit.
Yeah, sure enough. And put it this way, he knows a lot about history, like Monkey Swag does. Uh, yeah, and that he reminds me of Monkey Swag a lot.
Yeah,
Michael Mullins, what's going on?
you'd have fun talking to him, History Man. He's just an amazing bundle of history and information.
Okay, I'll talk to him.
Just like History Man is. History Man will tell you a lot about a lot of stuff.
Hey, Michael Mullins. How you doing? It's
Okay.
Rose. Dry voice.
Oh, yeah. Let me get back into that part. Okay.
Oh,
I just
too
found
quiet.
another weird coin. Excuse my dry hands. This I think is called a tilt
Okay.
die or something like that. Anyway,
Thanks,
it's
pennies to Benji's because I don't know. Oh wait, on. I don't want to
it's
interrupt Rose.
it's thinner right there. You can tell I've been washing my hands a lot. They're super
Oh, yeah,
thin.
I see it.
See how it's thin right there,
Yes.
and then it's like normal, and then it gets thick in here,
Yeah, that's the way the
and
plant it
it
was
like a
stamped
tilt.
out.
Yeah, tilt die. And I think, and it rocks a little bit. I can't do it. There it is. It rocks.
I want to say that's the way the planted was stamped out, or
Way it was
maybe
rolled.
the
That was probably
dye.
the roll. The, the planch it was probably come off the end of a roll,
Weird,
and
huh?
they thin out sometimes at the ends.
I hate these coins. Anyway, that was fun. Okay.
I like
Okay,
to look at that picture to me a while ago. That's strange. That
The
penny.
ones I, the two that I have,
Yeah, yeah. Look at these
okay, so
guys.
there's the one, and there's the other. Let me turn it over. Has the same design stamped on it. or pressed into it, I should say, is that one. So if I set them side by side,
At first,
you'll be
I
able
thought
to
it was a
see.
strike through, but it's not. It's raised.
Uh-huh. There's his face.
That's an interesting coin.
Yeah. And the same mistake. And there's a lot of different areas that I can point to that I've found that are on
Oh,
both coins.
Yeah, that's
The
odd.
markings. So this right here, this little marking right here, is the same on this coin right here.
Now, did these come out of the same roll?
I bought a box from Mr. Popzilla, and these came out towards the bottom end of everything that I got from him.
A box of what year?
Bunches of them.
No. Oh, just okay. Were they all in the original bank wrap rolls?
Nope, nope, just all loose.
Oh,
About $60 or so worth of pennies, and
That just
these two were towards the end of what I had left in the box. And like this is the obverse, right? See his face,
Yep.
and
the
then
other
this
one.
is the
yeah,
reverse with the same design
I don't
of
know what to think
weirdness.
about that.
yeah. I don't know.
Mike, Metal Detecting North Carolina says a brockage, cap die brockage.
Uh,
So this is why they say cap die on it, is because how it's all squished wrong and it got stuck on the die,
Yeah.
and then that didn't work out right because of it, and neither did that.
they
Hmm.
were bigger in diameter too, so that means the collar. They were out of collar somehow.
Yeah, yeah. So they got squished, but they weigh right for a zinc penny. And if somebody had dremeled this, you would have seen the zinc underneath all of these scratches. If somebody had tried to decide to, make a design or something out of all of these, you would have seen where the zinc was coming through. And that was my final, oh my God, this is something else besides somebody's art project.
Yeah. No, I don't think that's drumbled at all.
Uh-uh.
In my humble opinion, you know.
No.
The
And when I
one thing
first
that
found
did
it, When I
is
first
the
found it,
ramp.
we thought so, but now I found the second one like a little later after the live stream that I did. I was looking through the rest of them, and I was like, "Oh my God, this one looks just like the other one." So,
Very
pretty
interesting.
cool. Yeah, that one just strikes me as really cool because you can see his face.
See, this is my big worry is I've got so many Lincolns and people are asking for them all the time, and I share a little bit here and there, but I just know that the guy that or person I give a bunch to are going to end up with something like this and find out that they have some extremely valuable coin that's so darn obvious, and somehow I missed it.
Right. Well, I already told Mr. Popzilla if I make
Better
it
get to
rich, he's
looking
getting
to 'em,
half.
man.
So, but
You got
generally,
enough to last you.
excuse me.
I was talking to Rich. He needs to start looking through his pennies. He's got a bunch.
I
Yeah,
look
I
through
have
them
a.
every day for the last 5 years.
My problem is re-rolling them, getting rid of them as well because I'm afraid I'm gonna miss something. Like this one that I just found that's tilted a little bit. Yeah, it's not a major error. It's just that it's there, that it's tilted, and or the end of the strip of or the planchette. I don't even know what I'm talking about. But so yeah, my hobby is looking for errors, and then I find some, and I don't know what to do with them. There you go. Okay, you can make me little again.
Well, I've come across some unique coins, and I used to keep a computer log of things, and now that computer log is what's driving me crazy because the coins are back into my collection in rolls, but still, I've got a couple thousand rolls, so very frustrating to find out later that the error that I found or the issue is something people pay good money for or whatever, and then you can't find it again. I
It's
have
all about the
actually quite
hunt.
a few of those.
Yeah, it is. It's all about the hunt. That's what makes it fun and relaxing and exciting.
Yeah, the fun thing about mine is I collected about 80% of the rolls personally since I was a kid. So went to my local bank and picked up boxes of rolls or bags of rolls and just stashed them away. Never touched them. Kept them safe.
Dang. No, I just started this about a year ago. Started collecting and looking and hoarding, hoarding, because I
I
never
think I
can
did
get rid of
this.
them.
I think I did this when I think I was like 13 or 14 when I figured out that that there's a coin shop here and they had older coins, and then I started to learn more about it. You know, so I'll take a look. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of silver shadows near me, so I really have to see. There's not a lot of Packards around here, but if I come across one, especially where I live, but since nobody doesn't have anything in this damn town, so
Oh, I'm the
Well,
same with my town's the same way.
some of the stuff I've found at garage sales or antique shops that are supposed to know what they have and
yeah,
have no clue. Yeah.
that's the funny part. Right? You know, because some of them have no clue. I don't know. They have no clue about some stuff, especially like I'm thinking about getting a Packard because my grandfather had one. You know what I mean? His first car was a 36 Packard, and later he had like a 47 Packard, I believe. I don't know, but and then he went to Ford after that when they went out of business. But um, I just want to have it for his memory, but I think it's just more expensive to have, right? I don't know.
Pennies and Benji's has 20 pounds of all key dates. Oh my goodness, that he has to go through, or she.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, me too. But mostly all Fed Bank rolls.
So I've
And
got
I don't like busting up them old 60s and 70s and the early 80s Fed Bank rolls. I like to
Ah,
keep them in
Look
mint
them up.
condition.
I'll bust them up for you.
Yeah, definitely.
I got probably, I don't know, what's a medium flat rate box weigh full of pennies? About 25 pounds, something like that.
it's heavy.
I know, believe me, it's heavy.
I'll pay shipping to send them on up.
Let me see, I think I got like 60 rolls just in that one box that was sent to me. 60 rolls.
Dang.
Yeah. So, how much does a roll weigh?
Well, it depends because you've got the
No,
copper weight and you've got the zinc weight.
yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go by the weight of a roll unless you
Yeah.
know that you've
No,
got
but
all
okay.
copper.
Okay, just say copper.
Okay, well, each penny weighs about 3.11
Yeah,
grams.
3.1 grams.
There's 50
So
pennies in a roll.
you times that by 50, then you times that by 60.
No, you times it all by that all. Not me.
There you go.
I don't times anything by anything very in my
Good.
Yeah, yeah. Not in my head.
I
Not
don't
in my
math.
head.
Math is hard.
But anyway, it's 20, 25 pounds, something like that. And oh boy.
So, and I've been sitting here biting my tongue, but now I'm gonna say it. So my coin collection's over 1,800 pounds. Probably about 1450 or so is pennies.
I
Right,
don't
yeah.
doubt it.
You
Most of
got a
it is
I
lot of
don't
pennies.
doubt it.
pounds. You got a lot of pounds in pennies, you do.
Yeah, getting close
Yeah.
to a ton. Can't wait till I hit it. I'm
Right.
hoping I stop collecting. I doubt it, but
Okay, oh, hold on. I'll be back in a sec.
Have you found anything lately, Rich?
well, I've just started going back through them. For the last week and a half or so, I've been able to get back to my coins, but I was on a 60-day hold because of being exposed to the virus.
Oh
Oh,
dang.
Yeah, luckily nothing came of it, but and the
where
worst
was
part was I
that
was
get
exposed to
exposed?
my grandkids and their dad,
Oh, so
but
one of them
nobody
brought it
interfered with
in.
it. Sorry, Badge, I didn't hear you.
One of those, one of the your kin brought it in.
Yeah, he worked at a kind of like a state hospital place, and there was a couple cases there, and he didn't realize it was a room that was supposed to be marked, and he went right in and started helping some people, and yeah,
Oh well,
they didn't do a good job of keep it contained. So, but luckily he never got it and never passed it on to my grandkids. That's all I cared about. I don't care if I get it. As
yeah.
long as my
Yeah,
grandkids don't get it.
yeah, you know.
I
It was
figure
I don't
we're
think, like if
every
I
time we
pass
go
my
out,
stuff.
getting exposed every time we go out.
But if I pass my stuff, I don't think my family's ever interested. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it when the time comes.
But you're a young kid. You've got a long ways to go before you have to think about that.
yeah.
Yeah, you know. So I don't know.
All right. That's some good info, Dab Lab. Decone. Appreciate it, bud. 20 pounds is what I got right there in that box.
I don't
Feels
know. I don't know how much.
feels
I don't know how
heavy
much my
though.
coin collection weighs, but
Feels heavy. That's just that one box I got. Now I got more rolls than that.
I never did get that roll from Chuck.
I don't know why. I thought he sent all that stuff out.
Oh no,
Did you send him an email?
no.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and send him an email and say, hey, what about that roll? Because he's got everybody's address,
Yeah,
their emails, their addresses, uh, and what they got in that auction.
yeah. It don't matter. It's a one roll. It wasn't for the coins anyways. It just for donations.
Yeah, help out on the auction, but that's beside the point. I need to call him and see all what he sent out because I know he did send some of them out. Uh, but he had wanted a full list of names, addresses, and I sent that to him twice, a whole list. And I never did put that in a like a sheet or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Copy pasted it, put it in a document or whatever. So if I would have to do that all over again, oh my God, that's another 2 hours.
Huh.
All that information to type. Oh man,
There's this little file that you put those things in.
Yeah, but I didn't do that. I don't know how to do that uh, on a computer. When I make something like that, when I type a bunch of stuff like that,
Yeah.
I can copy
Show
and
you one
paste
day.
it. Okay. I'm computer literate. Uh, I can navigate, but as far as for, uh, putting stuff in documents or a sheet and then putting that somewhere, no, I don't know how to do it. I mean, I can do it. Don't get me wrong, you know, uh, but you show me one time and then I can improve on it.
Project
But
management and spreadsheets was the one class that um, nearly made me pull all my hair out and quit school. It brought my GPA down. I was so mad. I just because some things just don't click. Some things some people just can't. PowerPoint's fine. Um, Excel, all of that is. I cannot spreadsheets and doing project management. Mm-mm. So.
You told me 20 years ago I would be working on a computer. I'd have told you you would trade your nail.
Yeah.
hell, 30, let me see, back in 1984,
Mhm.
Hmm.
uh, they had like the space shuttle going up in space and all that, you know, and a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And at work, I was running a gas station at the time, a huge Exxon station in a coastal city, and we were right there by the Exxon plant. Anyway, and we didn't get our gas from them naturally. We had to get it from a jobber. But anyway, I was like, man, them space shuttles, they going up and all that and everything. He says, yeah, what are they doing? Research up there and all that. And I was playing music at the time. And, I was a DJ. And he was like, well, where do you think they invented your equipment at? Up in space. I'm like, no, no, don't go there, Jim. Don't go there. So anyway, and I'm like, they ought to cut that out. And then there was all these computers they had back then, in the early '80s.
Right.
Uh, and I kind of like shied away from computers. Even in the late '80s, I shied away. Early '90s to the mid '90s, I shied away from computers. I'm like, I ain't got no use for that. Look where I'm at now.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing.
I
Same thing with
remember.
me. I mean, I grew up. Like I said, I mostly I never lived with my parents. The last time I lived with my parents, I was a couple months old. But I never lived with them, so mostly I lived with my grandparents. And my grandpa, he's super old school. He never used computers at all, and he just taught me how to do all these types of things. So that's why I know how to type a typewriter. Most kids don't know how to even use a rotary phone and stuff like that. Um, I was when my friends told me that, hey Troy, you should get a cell phone, like and all that, and I was like, oh, at the time I never wasn't really interested. I never saw that I had use to it. You know what I mean? I was like, what the hell do I need a cell phone for if I got a phone right there, right next to me near my computer? You know? So yeah, I just never ever thought of it, and I have a phone right now. Because somebody gave it to me for
Hey,
Christmas. I couldn't deny it.
hey, I thought I was hot stuff when I had a phone car. I mean, a car phone.
I did too, Rose. Was
Yeah,
up in the suitcase.
yeah. I think that's what Rose is talking about.
A
Yeah,
car,
I had one
and
in a
yeah,
suitcase.
the car. I don't remember if it was part of the car or what,
It
but it
had
was a
it on
car
a
phone.
suitcase. Like that was popular. I think back in the '80s. I think.
Oh, having to carry the pack. Yeah, no, I didn't like that.
It wouldn't pick up shit though.
I had one of them little cell phone bag phone things. You unzipped it, opened it up, and you
Yep.
plug it in the cigarette lighter on a car or a vehicle,
Hmm.
truck, whatever. And that phone right there, always had to keep it plugged in. Always
Yeah.
had to keep it plugged in because the battery was shot, shot,
Yeah.
and it was. I had a cell phone, my personal cell phone, but the guy was running a crew for framing houses. He would call me all the time on mine, and then I would call for like my wall package after the foundation was done. I'd call in when I jump on that slab. I'd call the lumberyard for my wall package, and the next day I was calling for my ceiling joist package and my rafter package. You know, and all of that would come in at one time. All the outside wrapping of the house, all like two bunks of plywood, half-inch plywood to cover the walls, and the ceiling joists and rafters. Well, I mean, it was plain wood. I had to cut all that out myself. I had to lay out the rafters and make my pattern, and then you know do all that. So anyway, I was like, man, something got to give here. Eating up my minutes on my cell phone, and back then it was $1 a minute. You know,
Oh yeah, I remember
yeah, that
when
that
I
was
was a kid.
back
Yeah, it was a
in
little cheaper.
like 98, 99, something like that.
Yeah,
2000, 2001, 2002, $1 a minute. No, I'm like, you have to supply me with a cell phone if you're gonna call me every day, just to see if everybody showed up. Why don't you just drive over here and come check on the job site? Oh,
guys, you're like me sometimes. Like I said, all my friends always told me, when I was a kid, hey Troy, you should get a cell phone. You should get a cell phone, and I just never saw use of it. I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with this? I got a phone perfectly right here, right next to me. Why do I need a phone that can carry me? And look what I got right now. And I have my phone like right here. Look what I got right now. I never had a phone for 17 years. Until this was given to me at Christmas. You know,
right,
so I couldn't say no to the guy, and I couldn't say no to him. I don't want to hurt his feelings, so I just took it. You
right.
know,
Oh,
and ever since then, that's what I have it. But before that, I never had a phone for the past 17 years of my life. I just never sought used to it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
That's I just have to bring the story up because you were talking about computers, so about
yeah,
it. And to me, when cell phones was starting to get big, especially with smartphones like in the early tens, late 2000s, I wasn't interested. So
yeah. Oh, Pennies to Benji said I had a CB that looked like a telephone. Yeah, and when I had my radio repair shop for all them years, I worked on a couple of those. I sure did. And it was a handset that looked like a regular old style rotary telephone or the ones that you used to see on a payphone. And they had a little right on the inside, right there where you hold it. That was the key. That was a PTT, push to talk switch.
Yep.
And,
I had
and you held it up there and you keyed it up with that. And it looked just like a telephone, had a cord on it. And well, once you hung it up, you had to turn it off to actually, whatever. But once you put it back in its place or whatever, that didn't end the talk. You could still hear, and then all you do is just pick it up, and because once you hung it up, you could hear the the speaker that was built inside. Once you picked it up, that activated a switch, and then it turned on the earpiece on the handset. Yeah, I remember those.
And that's when CB had 21 channels.
Yeah.
23.
Was it 23?
Yeah, 23 channels. They had you 23 channels,
Radio?
and then it went over in the mid to late 70s to 40 channel. Uh, CB was not dying out, but people were kind of losing interest in it. So when they came out with the 40 channel uh, radio, that peaked it up even more.
Yeah, I was always
Yeah.
doing sideband.
Yeah, like
My dad
on
has a ham
between,
radio, and we always had CBs because camping and on the road and being able to talk back and forth to the other campers that we were with.
right,
And
Right.
even as a child, I had a handle. Mine was full Siamese.
Yeah.
full
But
Siamese,
Mhm.
like a Siamese cat.
Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but Kajin, I didn't know you fixed radios. I'm trying to learn that myself.
Yeah, I'm fixing to open up another electronics repair shop.
Because I'm thinking about doing that. I'm thinking about doing that myself for vintage radios as well. Get
I
them,
wonder if
try to fix them, and sell them back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what it means to warm up a TV or warm up a radio?
Oh, I do. I do. That's your tube
I
pipe.
know you do, Cajun. I'm asking history.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to warm up your TV or warm up a radio receiver.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You got to let the tubes warm up.
I already know. I have a tube radio right next to me, Rose.
Man, you got to be careful on them
Wow.
things. If you ever want to
I'm
start
impressed.
working on them, you got to be careful. Even if they unplug, they
Yeah, oh,
still
yeah,
got a
they
lot
hold
of
it.
voltage and current in there, and that
Yeah, those
will
old TVs,
that's
they'd explode.
those caps, those
Mhm.
capacitors. We call them caps. Those caps are lethal. They still holding the charge even after a couple of months if they don't have a bleeder resistor on them.
Yeah.
I
Oh yeah.
remember that old
I
Johnson
never, I
Johnson.
never touched it because it's fine. But you know,
Yeah.
yeah, I never touched it because it's fine. But that was a Christmas gift. But I never worked on some of the stuff before because I have no reason to. But
Yeah.
Mm, Penny
my
Penny
grandfather,
used to.
like I said, he does electronics as well, and he taught me a couple things, but I don't really fully understand it. You know what I mean? That's what I'm
Mm.
trying to say. So
A lot
that's
of
why
My
math.
dad
I
has a
watch
lot of
videos
respect
like
for us.
A lot
what's
of
it?
math. A lot of math
A
involved too
lot
at
of math.
times.
Yeah.
A
And
Curtis
TV
Mathis
repair.
television? What? I you know what?
I
Wait.
said there's a lot of math involved. But you
Yeah,
said Curtis Mathis. I remember the old Curtis Mathis TVs.
yeah, yeah,
That's back in my day.
yeah.
Those were expensive.
Yes, they were. You know.
I never saw it happen, but I was told those tubes right in the middle of the TV that made the picture happen, they could explode and come straight out of the TV at you.
No, actually, yeah, that's the picture tube. That's the
The picture
screen.
tube.
The
That's
Yeah.
CRT.
the screen, the CRT. Yeah,
Yeah, the CRT.
that's your picture tube. And actually, what it does, yeah, it can explode, but usually they implode. They under a vacuum.
Yeah.
They under a vacuum. It's one huge vacuum tube. That's all it is. One huge vacuum tube. And your oscilloscopes and all that, they have that also.
Dang.
A miniature CRT. The old oscilloscopes with the round thing that looks like those submarine or ship radars and stuff. That's a CRT also. All it is a picture tube.
Yeah, I remember taking tubes into the store to
Yeah,
have them
to check.
tested with the machine right there that you just stick your tubes on and test them as you go.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you
Oh,
found a
yeah,
bad
CRT
one,
tube tester. Yeah.
if you
My
found a
dad used to
bad
have one.
tube, the owner would come over. He'd unlock the bottom cabinet, underneath the tester, and he'd find your tube, and he'd bring it to the counter and ring it up on the cash register.
Yeah. Now, my grandfather actually created a tube that was supposed to totally change tube television. Unfortunately, he did it right when tube television went out.
Oh,
Oh
that's when it
no.
went to solid state.
Yep.
Wait.
Penny's DeBanji says the high voltage regulator in those old tube TVs hold a charge for up to 10
Yeah.
years, 10,000 volts. I'm just blown away.
That's not
Yeah,
my
that's the flyback
Cajun,
in there. That's called a flyback transformer in there.
Cajun, you watch this YouTube channel called Shango066?
No, but I know of him. I had his name wrote down, and I don't know what I did with it. A couple of friends of mine are good friends with him. His name's Shangles.
Shango
Shango, yeah, Shango.
060. He fixes stuff like that. And I
Zero
watch
what?
his videos.
Zero what?
066.
Yeah, yeah, Shango. Okay, I got it wrote down again. I got it wrote down here somewhere. Somebody told me to go check out his channel.
Definitely, man. Especially if you're an ex-TV repairman, I think you'll like his content as well. And I'm learning stuff from him because I'm just watching his I just like what he does. I just like how he just grabs old television sets and radios and just fixes them all back together, and that just amazes me.
Yeah.
But
Actually, pennies the picture tubes and the TVs. It's not really the picture tube that holds the voltage. Well, it could be a electrostatic charge,
right.
but it's what it's connected to that's gonna knock the fire out your butt.
Yeah, so it depends, like what, like where it's connected to.
Yeah. Well, it's all electronic circuits, and that picture
Huh?
tube is hooked up to that flyback, and it kind of looks like a coil on an old car with points and stuff. It's
Right.
kind of what that flyback looks like. They made
Okay.
them different varieties of them, but yeah, that'll knock the fire out your butt big time,
Okay.
and or either kill you, one of the two. You open up them old CB linears, them
But I
amplifiers,
don't
or
know. I
any
just
old radio amplifier with them big capacitors in the bottom of them. Man, that's holding, you know, uh, 600 volts and a lot of current. A
wow.
lot of current. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get zapped by that, it'll melt your wristwatch, a stainless steel watch, to your bone. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, and it hurts for like 5 seconds, and uh, then you die. But you still hurt before you die.
Yeah. Stuff to work on, but you know, um, yeah. I don't know. I just like to. I don't know. I just like to work on these types of things. I'm just interested because like I said, my uncle has missed. I had an argument with my uncle the other day, right? And the my grandma told me that she has issues with the stereo that I showed you. Um, and my uncle said, "All right, you wanted to throw it out," and I was like, "No, I'm not going to throw this thing out because one, my grandfather made it, and two, it's designed to be fixed, you know."
Right.
So and then you're gonna give me that's gonna break on me for the next 6 months? Hell no.
Right.
So
Well, that Marantz is solid state.
yeah,
That's solid state. I know the Marantzes. I love Marantz.
Marantz is
Okay.
good stuff.
And then you can look up. You can go to like hifiengine.com,
Okay,
and you can get the service manual, not the owner's manual. You can get the service manual. I'm pretty sure on hifiengine.com, and it'll give you all your test points, your tap points to check certain voltages
okay,
and stuff. Or they might even have a Sam's Photofax on that. that you can get a hard copy of in the mail,
Right.
and with the right equipment, the right test equipment, you can fix that unit.
Okay. I mean, right now it's fixed. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh,
Except
okay.
for the player. The I think the belt is shot in the player, but
What kind of player?
it's a dual. It's a dual. It's a
A
dual record.
cassette, phonograph? What?
Phonograph. It's a record player.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, if it's going slow, if there's no adjustment on that, then yeah, then your belt your belt is probably glazed over. All you got to
Right.
do is take the belt off and take some 90% isopropyl alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And put a little bit of that on a folded paper towel, like folded in two.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, have some isopropyl alcohol on that paper towel
Okay.
and pinch the belt and then
Mm-hmm.
move it around and do that at different spots on the paper towel and
Mm-hmm.
deglaze the belt. And then you do the same thing with a Q-tip on the pulleys, the two belt pulleys.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got a pulley on the motor and then you got a pulley on the record player, whatever. Anyway, clean that off and your problem might be solved.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of BCRs and stuff like that. That all has to do with deglazing the belt first before you change the belt out.
All right. I gotta see. I gotta see. You know, I usually mostly use my 1956 RCA on there, but I would like to use some of my 45s and my albums on that thing on the console. So
Right.
because that's what it's made for.
So you said your grandpa worked on electronics?
He did for the consoles. Yeah.
Oh, okay. What kind of test equipment did he have?
I don't know. When I was a kid, I didn't talk to him about it very much.
Do you still have all that stuff or no?
I think I got some downstairs. I gotta take a look. There's a bunch of stuff downstairs.
Yeah. Well, if he
No,
might
but if
have
I
some
have the
test
right equipment
equipment,
for them,
he
then yeah,
might he might have some test equipment that you can use. Once you learn how to use it.
oh yeah, I might have some test equipment too. I gotta see downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back in electronics. I'm gonna open up another little small shop. It'll be in my house, but
You do it in
uh,
your house?
it'll be in my house. Yeah, I got a spare bedroom, so uh,
Okay. I just like seeing that. Just like how see things were made and stuff like that, and try to fix stuff together. Especially watching Shango's channel, and I think that's something that you should watch because he does stuff like that.
yeah, I've heard about him. I just never been on his channel yet. Appreciate that info though because I would have forgot about him. Uh, there's a couple other good channels out there.
That does it. Yeah.
There's it's called The Radio Shop. The
The
Radio
radio.
Shop. Yeah. He's over in North Carolina up there. Uh, it he does mostly solid state. You know.
Mostly solid state stuff. Okay.
Yeah. He does tube stuff too. He does test. He fixes test equipment.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah. Old receivers, stuff like that. He does tube type stuff also. But if you want to get into electronics, I would suggest you start with solid state.
Okay.
But even with solid state, like home stereos, you still got 40 plus volts in there. Even though there's a transformer going down, knocking stuff down to 12 volts, like a CB radio,
Yeah.
even CB radios have higher than 12 volts because you got transformers, capacitors, and all that kicking up the voltage,
Okay.
and you got to be a little careful on that if you're sensitive to electricity. I mean,
Right.
I was never sensitive to electricity. Uh, I've grabbed a hold of 110 already, and it just like it threw me off of it. It didn't make me stick to it. Like a lot of people say, oh, 220 will knock you off and 110 will hold you there. No, 110, it just, once I grab it,
Right.
and I know it's there, and I don't know if it knocks me off or it's a natural reaction from me just jerking away from it because, I did house wiring too, and I've worked on a lot of stuff live. I worked on 220 live
Wow.
many times. But you got to be careful. You got to be
Right.
scared of it. You got to be scared of it in a
Yeah.
way. You
Sometimes I'm
know,
scared too doing it.
got to be very, very cautious. Hey, midnight. What's
Yeah.
up, right?
Now
You know.
my worst one was an old Magneto off of an old motorcycle. Oh my god, that thing set me flying.
Oh yeah, yeah. Naturally, I had a dynamo one time that took 12 volts and turned it into 3,000 volts.
Yeah.
That was a dynamotor, and I used to shot catfish with it. I had them catfish climbing the railroad trestles.
Wait, that's cheating.
Kind of. But you couldn't use it in a metal boat. Aluminum hull, couldn't use it. You had to use a fiberglass hull.
Scary
I,
stuff.
I didn't have it long. A buddy of mine offered me, I don't know, it was like $500, $600 for it, and I said, sold.
Also,
It
Ken,
sounds like you know that.
tell you.
Before I get caught with this illegal crap, it's sold.
Sounds like you knew that. Don't use it in the metal boat thing by heart from
No,
experience.
I knew better because I was working on radios at the time.
Well, you only do it once.
Fact, one of my
Yeah,
mentors, my
you're right,
uncle
Rick.
was my uncle was my mentor. He's the one who got me interested in electronics. He had a radio and record shop, and it was my dad's brother. And Uncle Sam gave him his ticket, his electronic license, repair license, and that was all right back then. But anyway, uh, a guy that was in the service with him in World War II, or the Korean conflict, or right after World War II, was Eustace Moat, Meaux.
Yeah.
Anyway, uh, they called him Candyman in town. He had the local radio shop, and he worked on CBs also. So everybody would pile in there. He would only open like 2 or 3 days a week, and only up until 12 o'clock. At dinner time, it was lunch. 1 o'clock, it was shut down. Boom, shut down. Bye, y'all. See y'all later. Hey, Bryce, how you doing, bud? So anyway, uh,
But
Candyman
yeah.
was one of my big influences and mentors. In fact, I got my first oscilloscope from Candyman. I swapped him for a $30 IC chip that he couldn't get and I could get when I had my radio shop in Grostet. So he said, "Can you give me this chip?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So I made a phone call and I said, "How much is this chip?" They said, "I think it's $32 or something." So I told Candy. He says, here's an oscilloscope for you. That's yours." I'm like, "Thank you
Oh,
very much."
Yeah, I've got a couple really nice
but
old ones.
A couple of nice what?
Some old ones, oscilloscopes.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, all leather wrapped and made for on the road mobile use.
Oh, portables. Okay.
Yeah, some big ones. Hey, when
hey,
did CB
Bryce.
radio start?
Was that?
When did what?
When did the CB radio start?
Oh, CBs? That started in, let me see if I can get my history right. Don't quote me on this. That was
Oh,
in the 60s. They opened the Citizens Van up. That's what CB stands for. It was the 60s. I want to say that the FCC allocated the 23 channels uh, for that. And then you had to have, if you owned a C, if you bought a CB, you had to apply for a license. It was free, but you had to, apply, get a license, with your call sign. And then, uh, like I said, don't quote me. I want to say it was in the late 60s.
it's okay.
Yeah, that's about when I started.
But Kaj, I have a question. Um, do you know? Do you also know Radio TV Phono Nut? Um, he's also a YouTuber that does electronics as well. You know him?
Who is it?
Radio TV Phono Nut.
Phono, like phonograph?
Yeah,
Yeah. Radio, TV, phono net. No, not familiar with
yeah.
it.
He also does that thing too, and I learned stuff from him as well. Oh, and
Okay.
it's like this. I put it in the private chat, but and it's all in one word.
Okay. Let me check.
So, like I said,
Yeah.
really good YouTuber. Actually, I learned a couple of stuff from him.
Like I said, there's a bunch of good guys out there. Some of them are tube type. A
Yeah.
lot of them are, all solid state. Then you got other sections in the electronics part of it. Here's one guy. It's called D Labs. D Lab Electronics. Kind of like what Decone D Lab. I don't know what D stands for. Probably his first initial, or his initial for one of his names. Uh, D Lab Electronics. Check him out. He does a lot of tube stuff, though. A lot. He builds guitar amps up from scratch.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's really amazing.
1945, the CB came out. I know in the
Oh,
40s, in 43 or 44, uh, I forgot who it was that came out with the walkie-talkie for the army. Like the armed forces.
Yeah,
But
because it was
that wasn't
public.
CB though. That was more uh VHF instead of HF because CB is in the HF region. Let me look up and see when that because I don't know. Like I said, don't quote me on CB.
no, you're fine, man.
CB radio.
I looked it up. It says it was started in the 40s, but didn't become available for the public till 58, and used as a hobby in 75.
Okay,
Hmm.
so I was okay. If you split the difference between the 50s and the 70s, that means it was up in the 60s, like I was thinking, and got popular. And then in the
Mhm.
70s, it blew up.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know I used it before 75 for sure, and I didn't sign up for a license or anything.
Yeah, it originated in the 40s, created for regulating remote control unit, RC units. And that's your RC channels, they call that. You have 5 hidden channels. In the 23 channel band, you had 5 hidden channels that nobody knew about. And I would install those 10 kc sliders in CB radios to get into them RC channels. Your channels are 10 kilohertz apart. Like say channel 20, okay, on a CB radio is channel the frequency is 27 megahertz, okay, 27.205, okay, and so forth and so on. Okay, now once you get below 1, then it goes into 28.965 to 975, then 985, 9995. Well, once you get to channel 3 would be let me see, 26.965. That would be 985, and then channel 4 would jump to 27 megahertz. So you had a hidden channel in there that was 20 kcs apart. So you had a hidden channel in there in between. They were 20 kcs apart, so you had that 10 kc channel hidden in there, and that was your RC channels. We call them the A channels. And then you get on that, if you got a regular radio, CB radio, and you get on like let's see, there was channel 3, 5, 7, I think it was 15 and 19. Between channel 19 and 20, because channel 19 is 27.185, and channel 20 is 27.205. So you have in between there, you have 27.195. That's a hidden channel. You get on that on the CB radio, it's quiet, deathly quiet, and you can talk far. Okay, the commission made CB radio a special class of the service in 1958, and then permitted its use as a hobby in 75. Okay. Yeah, and only 23 channels were available at the time. The first 22 were taken from the former amateur radio service 11 meter band, because CB is 11 meters. And then channel 23 was shared with radio control devices. And then it went from 23 channel to 40 channel.
And that's really strange because I know for a fact I had a 71 Dodge, and I only had it for a couple of years. And I know I had a CB radio, and I've got pictures of me with the CB radio in it. So I don't know if that's exactly correct, or if there was something else available somehow with, I don't know. I know I had a radio in a 71 Dodge that I only had a couple years, and I bought it new. So that's weird with the day.
Yeah, there were cars that came out with CBs built in on them. And what was weird though?
I didn't know that, actually.
There was actually a couple cars that came with phonographs in them.
Now that I did not know.
I didn't know that either.
Yep.
I didn't either.
That idea didn't work out too well.
Nope, not one at all.
Not while you were driving. No, once you were parked and started to neck, yeah.
Well, it was kind of like, I don't know. It was something about changing the record in the car.
Well, I believe they were only 45s, and they were like rubber band mounted.
Yeah, it just didn't.
Oh, okay.
Didn't go over real well.
No, it didn't last more than a year or so.
So
They had
what
to be
was
pre-8-track tape.
what was odd about the CB that came in the car though?
Well, just that it was before 75. I know, I'm
Oh
positive.
no, CB was popular in the early 70s. I
Okay.
remember that big time.
Very
Yeah,
It
popular.
didn't do much.
That's what I remembered.
But I think in 75, that's when they did away with the you didn't have to have that free license. It was just wide open. You know, anybody could buy one and then talk on it. You didn't have to have a license and announce your call sign or anything, like in ham radio.
Now,
Like in ham radio, the first 10 minutes of your transmission, you have to announce your call sign.
now Penny Benji says that the first car with a turntable in it was a '68 Cadillac.
I would
Yep.
imagine Cadillac. Mhm.
I
Yeah.
was going to say Cadillac. I was pretty sure, but I didn't want to say it when I wasn't positive.
And Bryce in New Zealand said it's 42 degrees down there, and it's going to go down to 33. Now that's Fahrenheit. He's using Fahrenheit. So yeah, that's kind of chilly. That's kind of chilly.
Yeah, right now I'm hurting, and it's 57 degrees right outside. It's
Oh,
just,
anything under 60, I'm looking for a fire or a jacket.
I start getting chills around 80, and then down from there it's getting painful, and in 70s I'm not happy. And
Yeah,
right now
hey,
I didn't know it was in the 50s. That's why I'm shivering. So
I get along with the 70s and the sunshine. I get along with that. But
I agree. Yeah, that's top of my weather.
with the north wind, and no, I'm looking for a jacket. In the low 70s, I'm looking for a jacket. No, I walked in people's houses where it's like 72, 73 degrees. No, I keep my air conditioning on like 74. You know, it's a window unit. I keep it on 74, which is not going to be 74 in the house. That's just where the temperature is going to be blowing out of the unit, or well, not out of the unit actually, because it's colder than that. But anyhow,
yeah,
no,
my
my
kids and
house
I are
stays
over by
around
the fair. Yeah.
in the lower 80s, and I get along with
Mhm.
that. And I still have my jacket, you know, right there. It's just a little bitty light, you know, windbreaker or whatever. I get along with that because once I get out of bed in the mornings,
Hey, Chad.
whatever, and it's cool, you know, I've been under them nice warm covers. But once I get out of
Mhm.
bed, come in here, most of the time in the spring, like now, I slip on that jacket for about 10 minutes because I was a nice toasty 90 whatever degrees under that blanket.
Right? Hmm. I like windy, rainy weather too, but I don't like it best. I love thunderstorms, and when we have our monsoons here, it's so wonderful. But that's during the summer when it's still, warm, and then the rain cools it down a little bit, so it's not like 100 and stupid anymore after the rain.
Is Kajin still here? I got something to show him.
He'll be back in just a second.
Okay.
Here's some for you guys that are editing. Premiere Pro of 2004.
Ah, man.
Wow.
I actually bought the very first one. It was like $200, I think, or $250. And then by the time they got to about 2010, it was almost $600.
Oh, damn. Richie, man, you're making me feel old right now. Just
Oh,
thinking all these things. Just feeling.
old.
Oh, man, I remember those. I remember my uncle had that. Oh, my God. You're making me, man, I feel so old right now.
Wait till you get old. Say that.
What'd you say?
I said, wait till you get old, and then you can say that.
Yeah, you're
What
too
makes
young.
me say that? Because I remember seeing, because I remember my uncle had that stuff when I was a kid. I remember the boxes, and I'm like, oh my God, I remember that. I remember my uncle had that. I remember seeing the box. Oh my God, it makes me feel so old.
Yeah, because
You're
only
very young.
serious editors got into this stuff. It was pretty darn expensive.
Very expensive, yeah.
And then the computers that you needed to be able to run it, you had to have the absolute top of the line.
Oh yeah. Kaj, I got something to show you.
Here's a photo shot.
Ah, nice, nice, nice.
Oh, let me
Present.
get you up here. There we go.
Oh
You
yeah.
got. Oh yeah, front end. Oh no, that's a whole radio. All right.
Yeah, that's a.
Uh-huh.
This is a 46 General Electric.
Oh, that's the old one you was talking about earlier.
Yeah, that's right next to me. When I said, Rose, I have a tube radio right next to me.
And you said, well, that is a two ray. You
It
said
is, yeah.
that one works.
Yeah, it works perfectly fine. I mean,
Oh,
volume.
good. Don't mess with it.
I'm not gonna touch it because I don't have any issues with it, and I can't see any issues.
When's
Besides,
the last time it got recapped?
oh, I have no idea. Like when they got this for me at the antique store, when my uncle got it for me for Christmas at the antique store, he told me that this has been sitting in his mom's basement, not his mom's basement, his attic for like a long period of time, and I didn't really do anything to the back of it. I just didn't touch it. So I just cleaned off the back because it would fill to the brim of dust, and I'm afraid that if I turn it on or something, and if I want to hear stuff from it, you know um it's gonna catch on fire. So I clean out the dust off of it. That's pretty much all I did for it.
Right.
I mean, it works fine. I mean, the volume's a little scratchy, but you could still get like stations off from there and stuff. Stations that I usually hear too, and there. So it's a pretty good radio. It works perfectly fine. I don't see that you don't need anything to modify it.
Yeah.
Besides,
Well, that volume, that scratching noise coming out that volume knob is easily fixed.
yeah,
Yeah, it's just a loose connection.
No,
Uh,
no,
uh-uh.
no. You
I thought
just
it
need
was.
to get some tuner cleaner, like some deoxit. Uh,
okay,
spray it. All little volume knobs are going to have a little hole or port, and you just spray some deoxit in there, and it's a tuner washer. It's what it is. It's going to clean all the the oxidation or built up carbon in there from turning it so many times. All it is a resistor, a variable resistor. That's all it is.
that's all it is.
Yeah,
All right,
and I don't know what value it is. Probably 5,000 ohms or something like that. 5K ohms. It's going to have a K on the end of it. It's going to be like 5K ohms or something.
right,
5K. It won't say ohms, just 5K. But anyway, you just spray a little tuna cleaner in there and work that knob back and forth, and boom, you good
yeah,
to go. No, canned air won't do it. Canned air won't clean corrosion.
okay,
Canned air will clean all the dust out and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. I used canned air. I used canned air to clean it,
Yeah,
but
I had a radio repair shop for over 15 years. In fact, I was into it a little longer than that, but I actually owned a shop for 15 years. So, yeah, I know a little bit about what I'm talking about.
yeah, no, I believe you. I didn't say you were lying.
No, 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 no. I was just saying, that tuner cleaner will work. And in fact, that chassis inside that GE radio you got,
Yeah.
you can do a couple of screws. I think they might be underneath or on the side, and
Mhm.
the whole unit. Now you got to take off the front knobs, and usually
Okay.
they just pull off. You know,
Mhm.
they just a press fit. You pull them off, and then
Okay.
you just slide the whole unit out from that wooden cabinet.
Okay.
And do not go underneath of it at all, and unless the volume knob is underneath by all the parts, because on the top you're going to have a few tubes and a
Right.
couple of transformers. You're going to have your power transformer, you're going to have your audio transformer,
Right.
and then but underneath is that's where all the works are. That's where you
Yeah.
see everything.
Everything, yeah.
A lot of wire. It's all point to point connections.
Okay.
So you don't touch anything in there. You just aim that little red straw
Yeah.
at that by the three prongs or however many prongs they have on that volume now. It should be three,
Hmm.
and there's gonna be a little portal right there. You're gonna see a little like it looks like a little vent hole.
What do you
There's my
got there,
bird's
Rich?
eye maple Stewart.
Oop, hold on.
You have that?
Yeah,
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
that looks
Stewart,
like that's wooden knobs too.
yep.
Yeah.
That's,
Walnut knobs and bird's eye maple face, and it's got rounds on one side and the top. So, but yeah, it was very modern for its time. But Stewart was
Yeah.
a pretty good name for radios back then.
that's awesome.
That's
Isn't
awesome.
that cool?
It
Yeah, I
really
love
is.
the bird's eye maple.
I got
Uh,
interested in old electronics. I just like how they look, and I just think they're more better,
Yeah, I have an old
more reliable, more.
Packard Bell one too.
What do you have?
An old Packard Bell radio.
Those are good ones.
Rich, if you would look up, or anybody that because I know Rich likes woodworking a lot. You look up Mr. Carlson, like Carl
I think I've heard of them.
Carlson's Lab. Uh, One of his latest videos, he has a vintage. I forget what year it is. It's from the 40s or the 50s. I think the 40s. Uh, it's I don't know, like 2 foot tall, uh, about a foot and a half wide. The woodworking uh, is, oh man, awesome on that thing. And I mean, awesome.
And what is it?
It's an old receiver.
Oh, cool.
It's an old receiver. It's AM, and then they have the HF and the shortwave and all that.
Yeah.
That thing is nice, and like I said, the woodworking is like
Said man,
fantastic.
they don't make stuff like these types of radios. They don't make stuff like they used to. It's
Now, and
the
those
woodworking and the art.
those wooden cabinets were made there for a reason too.
Yeah,
That way you wouldn't get electrocuted.
Yep.
right,
Because if you plugged in that radio in the wall backwards, you only had two prong plugs. They
right.
weren't polarized. Both plugs were the same size. If you plugged in that radio backwards, and you very well could have AC on the chassis. So that chassis, that wood insulated you, and those plastic or wooden knobs insulated you from that chassis.
Yeah, we used to have a freestanding one floor unit, and I think it was from the 30s. That thing would get military channels, all kinds of stuff. We used to hear some pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, yeah, that was all your HF, and then you had your other frequency, like I was talking about. You had your CW shortwave, had your shortwave on that, and oh, you can go to CW now on those radios, and they have music and all that on the shortwave.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you know, it's like I said, just stuff. It's really interesting. I don't know. I just feel like I just need to learn some if I want to come across these types of things.
Well, if you want to hear something really cool, you should listen to some of the old radio shows.
Oh
They
yeah,
put
I do.
they
I
put so much effort into making it so you felt like you were there. All the sound effects and the things
Oh
going on
yeah,
in the background were just amazing.
Just amazing, amazing. Yeah, I listened to a lot of them actually. I listened to Fibber McGee and Molly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I listened to a bunch of that.
And there were
I never know.
some similar to that.
I never know what it was until my grandfather told me. I was like, he's like when I was a kid, I used to listen to Third McGee and Molly, and I'm like, what is that? But until I looked it up and I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was a Hopalong Cassidy kid.
Hopalong Cassidy?
I loved Hopalong Cassidy.
Yeah. Yeah, Louis L'Amour, I've read quite a few of his novels.
Now you realize he was really upset because in his Hopalong Cassidy would have never been nice to kids or women. I mean, he was a tough dude. And then when it turned into a kids show, he was really frustrated by it.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That's a special interview with him and the producers of the show. So, and he just kept referring to, well, his Hopalong Cassidy wouldn't have done that. And I don't think I've ever read any of the original Hopalong's books.
Matter of fact, he just somebody just actually commented on my channel. He's a really good guy. When I did my YouTube rant, if you haven't seen it, if you want to watch it, go right ahead. Um, his name is let me look. He actually does full broadcasts of like hours long, but sometimes I listen to it once in a while. He does full broadcasts of um stuff that happened in World War II. And he does it every single day. So the first thing he would do is he would grab an old newspaper from that time, and he would read an article, and then after that he would put in like some stuff that was at the time, like news that was going on at the time, and some radio shows. Um, and I think it's really interesting. His name is the World War II News and Pop Culture Vault. If you want to look at his page, he's a really awesome dude.
And the funny thing most people don't realize is a lot of those radio shows were 50% commercial.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, it was all done by their sponsors and advertisers. So
Yep.
they were half the show.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I just saw a rating the other day on a movie I was looking at for my grandkids, and it gave it a higher rating. I think it was mature because it had smoking in it. And it just cracks me up because, like the Dean Martin show, you could barely see the actors through all the smoke. Those guys were smoking, chain smoking the whole time the show was going, and
drinking.
hard alcohol in the other hand.
And drinking, yeah, cigarette in one hand and a drink in the other hand. I remember the Dean Martin show. And they were like Sammy Davis Jr.
Oh yeah, all the greats were on his.
What's that guy's name that played the drunk all the time?
I know who you're talking about.
One time on a Dean Martin show, well, several times, he was a airline pilot.
Yep.
What was his name? Oh crap!
Yeah, I have a thing for Prime Amazon that I think it's called Classic TV, and it has all those shows, and you get to watch all the episodes. It's pretty cool.
What's
I
it
was
called?
just watching Dean Martin's show the other day.
Classic. Wait, what's it called? Classic TV.
I think it's called Classic Television. It'll cost you a little extra, but considering what you get, you can watch tons of it in a couple months and then stop it.
Okay, okay, because I might want to see that.
Yeah, there are some like the Colgate Hour and some of those shows had just all kinds of different stars that would host them. Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
Because I remember a lot of TV shows that me and my grandfather would watch, and and I would watch, like these old TV shows with him if I'm like really, really bored. If I have nothing to do, my grandpa would say, "Yeah, you want to watch with me? I'm watching The Honeymooners or something." Like, okay, I'll watch it with you. And man, so many memories. I sometimes I really miss the guy. You guys have no idea. I miss him so much.
You
Now,
talk about him a lot, so yeah,
You know,
it's
mo-
I
easy to
have
tell
so
that you
much
miss him.
memories.
most of
You
us
have
have
good memories.
somebody like that in our lives that's long gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it's
Yeah.
I have so much memories just watching those shows when I'm young. And now, and when I talk to my grandma, she's like she ain't interested or whatever. So who else I'm gonna watch it to if my friends are not gonna be interested or whatever. So
Foster Brooks.
Yeah, that's it. I knew who you were talking about because I remember seeing that skit
what's
Yeah,
it?
pretending he was a pilot, drunk
yeah.
off.
And he was a brain surgeon
Oh
and
yeah,
all kind of stuff. And Dean Martin was laughing more than 50% of the time.
Dean
and
Martin was
Oh
fun to
man,
watch
Dean
no matter
Martin when he
what.
was really losing it, his whole body showed it, but he had such a huge body laugh. I mean, it came from so deep. It was really fun to watch him when some of the stars would pull some joke on him when he wasn't expecting it. You knew it wasn't planned. Well, most of their shows weren't planned, but when they'd pull a punch or some private joke, it was pretty obvious with him.
yeah. And a lot of that was kind of it was scripted, but a lot of it was ad libbed
Yeah,
also.
a lot.
You
Yeah.
know,
It was
uh,
probably 50-50. And they
man,
probably couldn't, the directors probably tried to control it, but you get those stars with that caliber and go ahead, try to control them in a live show. Good luck.
It's not gonna
no.
happen.
Oh, Midnight's got a question for you, Rich.
Yeah. I'm not the best one on that, although structures are my favorite and what I collect the most of. But there's so much to it that I don't know. I wouldn't want to answer you. There's some better people out there to answer those questions.
Yeah, we just lost one of them too.
Yep.
Let's see.
Wow, oh wow, 2 hours and 18 minutes.
And you said only 45 more minutes.
Actually, when I started, I said let it go up. Hour and a half. And
Midnight's overrun.
usually when I say I'll be on here another 15, it goes another 45. So, but look, guys, I gotta end this. I'm hungry. It's man, 4 in the morning. My
It's
time,
It,
dinner
it
time.
holy crap! I didn't even
by
realize it was that late.
by you time. Yeah, so it's 5 in the morning your time.
Okay,
Yeah,
Cajun,
damn,
tell us
damn.
one
Time is fast, man.
tell us one thing, Cajun. You said you're hungry. Now, are you going to go have a Cajun dinner, or is it soon enough for you to have a breakfast?
No, this is dinner.
I
It's
thought so. I knew it.
hamburger steaks, mac and cheese, homemade, and Missy made some cream. She peeled some potatoes, and I told her, I said, okay, well, I want skins on mine, so she cooked them separate. And then she got cream cheese in there, butter. Uh, oh yeah,
I
oh
hope
yeah.
you made enough for me. I'm on my way.
Okay, yeah, I'll save you some. And
Yeah,
oh yeah,
man.
this is gonna be awesome, awesome.
Kajan, thank you for telling me for those lessons. Matter of fact, um, next time if I have a problem, an issue that I don't know about, I might want to email you. If I'm working on a project or something.
Okay. Yeah.
I appreciate it. You know.
Okay, email me. Hey, my email's in my about page.
All right, yeah, and and I'll email you just in case if I have an issue I don't know about, or or I'm doing another project and I'm like, what do you think about this radio? And I'll turn it on for you and blah blah blah. So
Okay. Or I
you
could
know,
lead you in the right direction.
huh?
Or I could lead you in the right direction.
Yeah, you know, because what I think about is buying them and then selling them back.
Right.
That's what I want to do. So.
Right.
So, all right. Yeah, I don't want to keep you back. See you, Rose, Rich. It was nice talking to all of you.
It was nice
Um,
talking to everybody here. Thank you, Cajun, for letting me up.
All right. Not a problem. I'm glad Mike sent you the link because I didn't even think about it.
have a good night.
Yeah,
So I'll see you guys later.
call me anytime, Cajun.
All right, Rich. Not a problem. In fact,
And thank you, Rich, for those memories.
I
I,
just
I do
might do
appreciate
that
that.
pretty soon.
Yep,
Oh,
Rose.
and thank you, Rich, for those memories. I appreciate that. I mean, now I feel like an old dude. Thanks. But, you know, uh, so, yeah. So I'll see you guys later, all right?
All right.
Take
Lita.
care, history man.
All right.
Everybody have a good night. I'm gonna go too. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take some
Y'all
Yeah,
meds
too.
and see if I can
take
go
it
to
easy,
sleep.
Rose.
All right,
See you,
everybody.
Rose.
Well, Mike's gonna miss this, but all right. As always, love, peace, and crackling grease, and I'll catch y'all. Pluta.
Bye.